My memories of David Cassidy started way back when, early 70s, when David Cassidy was in the Partridge Family. I used to have my face on the TV, kissing close. I used to leave lip prints on the TV. My mother told me back then, radiation. So she grabs my pants and pulls me back, and she puts me right there and tells me, "You have to sit here." I said, "Why, Mommy? I love him. I love David Cassidy." She said, "You can see David from here." So I used to do it every Friday. But my mom wanted me to sit right there, and I sat there, and then I watched him, read everything in the newspaper about him. I didn't go to Madison Square Garden when he was playing back then. I went to Nassau Coliseum. And I left 5-10 minutes early. I left my father in there talking to this man, and me and my friend was out in the parking lot. Well, we saw her. We found David Cassidy's, but when my father was looking for us, it was gone. So I couldn't get to talk to David. I wrote him many letters, mailed him many letters, and believe it or not, I cried my eyes out when he got married to Kaylin's. And I wrote him a letter. I said, "David, I write stuff all over my notebooks. Sarah and David Cassidy forever, and you got married. I'm mad at you." I wrote him a hate letter. Not a hate letter, just telling him that he shouldn't be doing that. So then later on,
so far so good.
To the David Cassidy Day.
Of course.
And today's his birthday. First birthday in heaven. And I still can't accept it. You know what I did this morning? I cried my eyes out. I can't help it. I've talked to this man so many times. And I talk to him, and people give me dirty looks when I talk to him. I treat him like a person. And I met him in the city, and he came on a helicopter, and he got out of the helicopter, and there was a small group of people there, and I was one of them. We all grouped in a group circle, and I was talking to people. Some people were so happy to see David. David said, "I was born in New York. I will die in New York." I still don't understand why people tell me he was born in New Jersey. I know he has fans. Family, and living in New Jersey. But he always says that he was born in New York and he would die in New York. Well, did not happen. It did not happen. I met him so many times. I met him when he had a restaurant cutting, and I chased him. My daughter had a jawbreaker and told him. She tried to give it to him, and he said, "No, honey, thank you." And then my daughter would tell David, "I love you." And he says, "I love you, honey." And I know my birthday was November, and I heard the sad news on my birthday that he wasn't doing so well, and well, he listened to some music, some of my favorites. I heard a song today that I never heard before that David sang, called January. Anyway, when the sadness came for my birthday, I turned 60. Turned 60, and my birthday was okay, but when I heard David Cassidy was dying, I went to pieces. Anyway, about a week after he died or so, this cat came into the picture someone dumped him down my block and used to follow us and kiss all my dogs every time I walk. So, I decided to keep him. I looked everywhere for his parents, his owners, and everything. Couldn't find him. I posted it all over the internet. And nothing. I got 10 people saying that that's just his cat. And I said, I had enough of that. So, 1 second. So I decided to bring him in because he used to cry, he used to shake and everything. So when David Cassidy died, which I still can't accept it, I said, well, I haven't had a cat in 14 years anyway. So I don't know, we don't know how old he is. I figured he's a little over 1. I thought it was a female. So the vet did the chip, and they wouldn't give me the number for the chip, but they said, should you leave the cat? And I said, no, I'm not leaving the cat. Just tell the people to call us. It's going on 2 months now. So, this cat, I thought it was a female. It's a male. His name was, you didn't want to hear it. His name was Pepe the Pew. And Pepe the Pew. So I used to be calling him Bell. So he knew Bell by heart. So I changed his name to Sir Bell. Sir Bell. And since David died, passed away, and my heart still broke, I said, well, I don't know this cat's birthday, and he's mine because the people never replied. So I gave him David Cassidy's birthday. Shared his birthday with David Cassidy. So today is David Cassidy's birthday, and today is my cat's birthday, April 12th. So I thank you, God, for giving this guy and put this guy in my life, and thank you for his parents, and thank you for him. Thank you for having David in 47 years of my life, and I was 13 when he came into my life. And I've talked to him so many times, and I just won't accept it. I think maybe it's a nightmare. Maybe I'll wake up and he'll say, ha, 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 ha. I'm here. I just want to see who really cares about me. You know, and since he passed away, all these pictures have been floating out that I've never seen. And this song, January, I never heard. Well, anyway, happy birthday, David, in heaven. First birthday in heaven. And I hope when I go to heaven, I see you there. And if I don't see you there, I know what happened. But I pray that you're in heaven, David. Happy birthday, David. This is your first celebration day for us. We love you. And, okay, that's my cat. His birthday's today. And the Blood Brothers was awesome. And Joseph was awesome. And I've talked to David. And Sean, he was there, Blood Brothers. He was talking to and everything. This is not all my memorabilia. It's his son. But David is still alive in everybody's hearts. And whoever knows my feelings. And one more thing. Thank you, David Cassidy. My former friends, we don't really talk that much, but when I was talking, my friend Larry Michael, his brother is Rick Michael. When David was in Las Vegas, he stopped by into a club or something or other, and he discovered my friend's brother, and his name is Rick Michael. And thanks to David Cassidy, Rick Michael had a short part, and let me come to the show. David Hasselhoff was in it, and all the girls and the babysitters. Well, he was playing on one show in that. Well, I just want to say thank you. See, David touched my friend. David is part of me. And, yes. And, so I just want to say thank you for, you might have known a lot of things about me, David, and I didn't know. Because you knew my friend, Rick Michaels. And because of you, he went famous. Do you know Rick Michael went to the same acting school I went to? Well, and you discovered him. Well, why can't somebody discover me? Well, anyway, it's nice to celebrate. Like the guy who's playing this music says, get up and dance. And don't cry. Just celebrate David's birthday. And we're going to be doing it every year. Yeah, we're going to be doing it every year. But I'm not going to be having this stuff out every year. Because I don't know where all my other stuff is. Anyway, I am a #1 fan, even though I don't post things on Facebook and everything like that. I keep my business private, but since today I let some things out. Anyway, I'll be listening. Oh, here's Mr. Smiley, David Cassidy. He's so, he had a hard life, but everybody loved him. Even the people who were jealous of him wanted to take his money. Anyway, well, these are part of my tickets, part of the shows I went to. Music Fair, which is not Music Fair anymore. It's called something else. And I remember one time, Music Fair, this lady was bothering David Cassidy, and he was told the manager. And his wife was there, his daughter was there, his son was there, his family, since David's from Long Island, his family works on Long Island Railroad. Cassidy's big. One of my friends, his name is Cassidy. She's from Long Island. So David has a big connection with my family. My daughter loves him. But the last time I saw David was 2016 in Riverhead, New York. I got lucky to get tickets. Somebody just felt sorry for me and mailed me tickets to see David in Riverhead. And I had good seats. That was the best concert at Riverhead. But one thing, when you go see David Cassidy in concerts, don't talk about you wanted to get in his and have his kids, and he's talking when he's singing. I heard everything you talked, and David, they heard it too. When you go see David Cassidy and you're a fan of his, you don't want to hear people saying, oh, I want to have his baby, or I want to go into his pants. Nah. I don't like David Cassidy that way. I love David Cassidy as a brother. I don't have a brother, so if I ever wanted a brother, he would be him. David would be him, my big brother. But anyway, David, happy birthday in heaven. And some music will be coming after this, more music. And thanks for the memories. And look at this, birthday boy, sharing David Cassidy's birthday. My baby boy. My baby girl, my baby girl. As you know, I'm into corgis. But anyway, feel free to ask me any questions, anything. And David is really nice. One of his limo driver, me and David was talking. She gave me the dirtiest look ever. She kept on saying, looking at me like, why am I treating him like a person? Because David is a person. I can't sing, David could sing. I can't write songs, David writes songs. David's from a famous family, and I can't be doing that. I'm not famous. I want to be famous. I've been on TV, I've been on reality, internet reality TV, but I too had my hair cut back then like David Cassidy, and I wore puka shells like David Cassidy. Yeah, I wanted to be like him. I wrote a play. I recorded it on the tape, on those tapes and things, not a VH. And my father didn't know something was on it, and he recorded a little bit over it. And I was going to send that play to the Partridge Family. But it got destroyed anyway. Anyway, happy birthday. Thank you for him. And any thoughts? You know, just tell me.
If you leave me, I would search for you, baby. Nothing would keep me away.
What do you know it's being a dog?